Hello students, the next part is scales and directions. We all know that map is a miniature form of the surface of the earth. Means map is a minimized version of the surface of earth, and scale tells us how many times it is minimized. For example, if the scale of a map is 1:50,000, it means that the map is 50,000 times minimized version of the earth or of the piece of that land. If the scale of the map is 1:1 lakh, it means that the map is 1 lakh times minimized version of the earth. So the formula for scale is, or we can define scale as scale of the map is the ratio of distances between any 2 points on the map to any two points on the surface of the earth. And the formula for scale is equal to map distance between any 2 points divided by ground distance between those points. The scale on the map is represented in 3 different ways. The 3 ways are: the first way is statement, second way is linear or graphical scale, and the third way is representative fraction or RF. We will study in detail about all these 3 types. The first type of scale is a statement. As you can see in the diagram, in the statement a scale is stated in words. As you can see in the diagram, it is written as 2 centimeter to 1 kilometer. It means that the distance of 2 centimeter on the map is equal to the distance of 1 kilometer on the actual land or actual surface. The next is linear or graphical scale. As you can see in the diagram, the graphical scale is a straight line and divisions are made on it. Primary divisions are made on the right side of the scale, and secondary divisions are made on the left hand side of the scale. In our diagram, each primary division is representing 5 kilometers, from 0 to 5, then 5 to 10, and 10 to 15. We can compare the distances on the map with this linear scale or graphical scale and find out the actual distance. The next method of representing scale is representative fraction or RF. In this method, a simple ratio without any units is used. The formula for RF is distance on the map divided by distance on the ground. A simplest ratio of distance on the map and distance on the ground is represented. Any scale that is a statement or a linear scale can be converted into a representative fraction. We will see with the help of an example that how a simple scale or a verbal scale can be, or a statement scale can be converted into a representative fraction. In our example, here a verbal scale is given as 1 inch to 4 miles, means 1 inch on the map is equal to 4 miles on the land. To convert it, we have written as RF is equal to distance on the map divided by distance on the ground. We know that distance on the map is 1 inch, and for that distance, the distance on the ground is 4 miles. To get the RF, we have to make the units same, and for that purpose, let's take the smaller unit. The smaller unit between inch and miles is an inch. Therefore, we have to convert both the units into inches. Therefore, miles are converted into inches. We all know that 1 mile is equal to 63,360 inches. Therefore, 4 miles will be equal to 4 into 63,360 inches. Therefore, by doing the division, both on numerator as well as denominator, inches will get cancelled, and therefore we will get a representative fraction or RF as 1:253,440. One thing is to remember that numerator in RF is always equal to 1. So the next topic is measurement of distances on maps and finding directions in the map. So to measure straight distances, we use scale or dividers. Straight distances means distances between two towns, or distance between length of a road, or length of a straight road. So to find the let's take an example to see how we measure straight distances. Here we have two towns, Mohabbatgarh and Anadara. There are two towns, Mohabbatgarh and Anadara. We have to find the distance between these two towns. So by using scale, I can keep a scale on the map, and on the scale I found out that the distance on map of Mohabbatgarh and Anadara is around 4 centimeters. So I know the scale of the map. The scale of the map is 1 centimeter is equal to 500 meters or 0.5 kilometers. So 4 centimeter will be equal to 2 kilometers on the land. Therefore, I got the distance between these two towns as 4 kilometers. Next is to measure indirect distances. Indirect distances means length of curved road, or distance or course of a river. To measure these type of distances, we use thread or opsometer. So in our example, we will see how thread can be used to measure the course of a river Sipu from this dam to Malgaon village. So as you can see in the diagram that I have kept a thread along the course of the river, and now I am keeping this thread onto the scale which is given below the map. From the scale I can easily calculate the distances. It is found to be around 6 kilometers. The course of a river is around 6 kilometers between dam and the village. Now we'll see how to find directions in the map. Finding directions in the map is a very easy task. We all know that north is always in the upward direction in the map. From this north we can find other directions. We generally show 8 cardinal directions. Those cardinal directions are east, west, north, south, southeast, northwest, northeast, and southwest. So we'll take an example how to find directions. So here we have to find the direction of village Bhakodar from Chodungi village. So to find this direction, we have to suppose that we are standing in the Chodungi village. And I have shown the directions with the arrows. We all know that north is in the upward direction. Therefore, the direction of Bhakodar village is northwest. Another method for showing the direction is bearing. In this method, the horizontal angle between north and the line joining the position of the object is measured. If the angle is measured in clockwise direction, it is called as forward bearing, and if the angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction, then it is called as backward bearing. In our example, we can see that here x is the observer, and we have to find the direction of the object which is kept at the position y. So we have drawn a straight line, and the line through x is pointing the north direction. If we find out the angle, that is the clockwise angle between the line of north and the y, it is found to be 75. It means that the point y is having a bearing of 75 degrees from x, or a forward bearing of 75 degrees from x. And if we have to find the backward bearing, or so we have to go through anti-clockwise direction, and it is found that the anti-clockwise angle will be 360 minus 75, which will be equal to 285 degrees. Now we will see meaning of various colors in the topo map. Black color. Black color is used for naming and to draw latitude and longitudinal lines, to show survey trees, to show dry streams, etc. In the first map you can see Mahadev Nala and a dry stream, as well as name of the village, and survey tree is also shown in the black color. The next color is blue. Water related features and perennial rivers, streams, etc. are shown in the blue color. In the map you can see that a talav is shown with the blue color. Next color is green. Green color represents forest, dark green color represents forest, and light green color represents grasslands. In the map you can see that a dense mixed jungle is shown with a dark green color in the map. White color is used to show rocky or badlands or uncultivable lands, means where cultivation or farming is not possible. Such lands are shown with the white color. In the map you can see that broken grounds and its surrounding land is shown with the white color, which indicates its uncultivable nature. Next is yellow color. Yellow color, with the help of yellow color we show cultivable land, means the land where farming or agriculture takes place. We can easily see that most of the land in the maps is cultivable land. In the map with the yellow color, the cultivable region is shown. Next color is brown color, and brown color is used to show contour lines. Contour lines are very light in shade, and therefore they are not clearly visible in the yellow regions. So I have shown these contour lines in the green regions. You can see a dense network of contour lines showing the elevation of that region in the map. Next is red color. Red color is mainly used to show man-made features like huts as well as roads. Along with it, red color is used to show grid network. In the map you can see the village and the huts or houses in the village, as well as a road and the grid lines shown with the red color.